Okay, let's break down Paddy Pimblett's recent victory over King Green at UFC 304. UFC 304 in England. Okay, those madmen are fighting in the early hours of the morning. I don't know how they do it, but Paddy Pimblett got a very exciting finish over King Green. Very impressive finish, nonetheless. I'm going to show you guys exactly what he did, and also how you can set it up on the jiu-jitsu mats without having to do a flying finish. Okay, so first, let's go over the finish that they did in the fight, and then from there, we'll go over a more jiu-jitsu specific finish that you can do on the mats with your friends a bit more safely, okay? So Paddy and King Green were in open stance, right foot forward, yep. Open stance situation just like so. Paddy threw a rear kick right at King Green's lead leg as King was shooting, okay? So we're here. Paddy throws a kick, King starts to shoot, and that makes him stumble, okay? Really hard to recreate, obviously, right now, all right? As he stumbles, Paddy starts to sprawl, and King manages to hold on to a single leg, and they actually end up grounded for a split second on the knees. Yes, exactly. From here, Paddy starts to sprawl and starts to attack the head with a guillotine, okay? As King continues to drive forward, that makes Paddy's legs lighter. And that allows King to keep driving forward, Walter keep driving forward, and that makes my legs lighter, and that allows Walter to start carrying my body weight. Now from here, Paddy did something that's really smart, okay? Because I'm in a arm and guillotine situation, Walter's head is controlled, and we're in a single leg situation. From here, I essentially can create the 1-in, 1-out scenario, which is the 1-in, 1-out scenario is any scenario where I manage to isolate one of my opponent's arms in between my legs, okay? That's the single most crucial setup for any type of triangle. You have to create a 1-in, 1-out. One arm between your legs with the head, and one arm outside the legs, okay? So from here, what Paddy did, I'm going to try to do it as controlled as possible. I'm not going to do a full jumping here so we don't hurt each other. What he did was he threw, as King kept driving, go ahead, Walter, he threw one leg up, and as King continued to drive to get the finish with the takedown, he threw the other leg over the elbow, just like so. Very smart. Walk over here, Kevin. Walk over here. Walk over here. Get nice and close, nice and close. Off of this, Paddy did an excellent job of walking his legs up, 1, 2, 3, 4, up into a triangle scenario. Once he was in the triangle scenario, from here, there was a little bit of an exchange that went on between them two, but eventually Paddy was able to lock up the triangle. Let me lock it up. Good, lock up the triangle and get to the far leg. Give me the far leg. Good. And now he was able to finish, okay? That was an excellent finish by Paddy on King Green, okay? Again, the basic idea or the basic concept here is that Paddy recognized, even from the standing position, that if he could create, go on your knees, the 1-in, 1-out scenario, which is any scenario where I can put one of my opponent's arms in between my legs while I keep the other arm outside my legs, I can start to attack with triangles, right? Paddy did that from a single leg scenario, right? They were on a single, he started to drive up. As he drove up, he threw one leg over, and he trapped the second elbow in between his knee. 1, 2, just like so. King tried to stay up. Paddy fed to a triangle. King was trying to strike him, and that allowed him to cut the corner and start to lock up the triangle, okay? Eventually, Paddy got to the far leg, put him to sleep, and then after he was put to sleep, he started to break his arm, but he was already asleep by then, okay? That's why he fell limp and the arm went out, okay? Now, that's great. Beautiful finish by Paddy Pimblett. But let's look at what is one way that we can accomplish this same exact sequence, essentially, in the gym, okay? From here, Walter, on your knees. Good. I'm going to go into an arm-in, low-risk guillotine from a closed guard situation, okay? So I'm in an arm-in, low-risk guillotine from a closed guard situation, which is both of my legs are around my opponent's waist. This is arguably the strongest position from where to finish an arm-in, low-risk guillotine. One of the most common defenses your opponent can do is he can start to hug your waist with his right hand. Yep. Start to stack weight onto that shoulder. Good. So then he can take his light left hand, reach to my wrist. My wrist. Nope. Underclasp. Yeah, exactly. And now start to strip. Go ahead. So he can free his head. Okay. It's a very common defense to the arm in guillotine from a closed guard scenario. And it's a very good defense, to be honest with you. But One weakness that it does have is when my opponent brings in that second hand to fight my wrist, that's an opportunity to do the exact same transition that Paddy did in that fight, which is I can capture his other arm and create the 1 in, 1 out scenario. So we're here, I'm in an arm in, low risk guillotine. I go to a closed guard. Off his closed guard situation, Walter starts to stack me a little bit with his shoulder, starts to bring his wrist to inside position to start to attack my hand. Off of that, I'm going to split my legs, and I catch his elbow inside. Now, 2 options from here. I can either keep his elbow in between my knees, and now from here, start to go for the finish, or I can simply allow that to clear completely, throw my leg over his, and now from here, we're going for all our different triangle finishes once again. From here, you don't have to go for a standard triangle the way Paddy did. You can. It's certainly an excellent attack, but you also have a variety of different triangles you can start to go for. Reverse triangles, front triangles, Hantai Senkaku, whatever the case may be. Okay? So obviously, we have a lot of different forms of finishing from there. But the idea is that you're always looking for situations that you can create the 1 in, 1 out scenario. If you can create the 1 in, 1 out scenario, from there, I'm going to be able to start to attack triangles with authority on my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Walter, thank you very much for helping. Kevin, if you want to turn the camera on yourself and get some credit. Thanks for helping out, Kevin. Stoller, thanks for emotional support. UFC 304 breakdown. If you guys like these types of things, best thing you can do to help the video and let me know that you want more of these is to like the video, comment on the video, let me know you liked it, and share it with a friend.
So one last thing I wanted to mention, if you're in the Massachusetts or New England area, I have a guard passing camp coming up August 16th, 17th, and 18th. It's going to be 3-day camp, 6 sessions. Shoot me a message on Instagram at Santos. I'll put the handle right here, and I'll send you all the details. If you can't make all 3 days, I also have packages available if you can only come for 2 days or even just want to come down for 1 day. All right, my friends, see you there.